Welcome to this quick start video for Unit 1, Making with Microbit. Here's what we'll cover. We'll introduce the unit focus and learning goals, overview the instructional materials, walk through the most important preparation, and summarize each lesson's main activity. Now, as with the course preparation video, you might find it helpful to have the Unit 1 materials open as you listen so that you can pause the video at any point to look at them in more detail. The first unit introduces coding as a creative design process to solve a problem or serve a purpose. Coding can also be called computer programming or just programming. Students will learn that code is a set of instructions that tell a computer of any kind what to do. Again, the word code is interchangeable with computer program or program. And students will get an overview of MakeCode and the microbit as their tools to have fun learning to code and build tangible creations. During the unit, students will become familiar with the MakeCode programming environment, learn how to download a program from the computer to the microbit, apply the design thinking process to understand a user's need and design an optimal solution, in this case, a partner's ideal pet. And exercise creativity, engineering, and resourcefulness to build a micropet for their partner. Now, the Educator Guide is your key resource to prepare for and deliver the unit. It includes an overview of the unit and lessons, a time frame if you're only meeting the students once a week, learning goals, and standards addressed. The required educator preparation focuses on relevant tasks for all lessons in the unit, outlines the required skills to help you assess your readiness, and additional resources if you need them. Each of the 3 lessons has a high-level outline and lesson-specific preparation tasks. The lesson details reference the relevant presentation slides, educator notes to help guide you through the flow and related assessments, and talking points with any activity instructions and relevant screenshots. Each activity ends with educator tasks and reflections and a list of all lesson assessment answer keys. Now remember, the printer-friendly versions of assessments like exit tickets and quizzes to distribute to your students are in the assessment guide. The unit PowerPoint presentation provides prompts for your delivery and calls out important information for your students. The student workbook includes the unit summary and learning goals, activity instructions and tips, modification ideas, project expectations and scoring, and a glossary of that unit's key terms. And you'll see the same structure for these 3 units in all 12 units of the course. Now we're going to review your preparation. You're going to want to complete all of the tasks, but I'll call your attention to some key points. The unit level tasks are in the Educator Guide right at the beginning. Now be sure to complete the preparation tasks in the course overview guide first and decide if you'll distribute the student workbooks electronically or as printed copies. Now the Lesson A preparation tasks, they're right at the beginning also. The Lesson B tasks are right in the start of Lesson B, and it's recommended that you wait to distribute the microbit itself when students start so that when they start using them mid-lesson, they're not going to be preoccupied while you're trying to demonstrate MakeCode and show them the things that they need to do. Now finally, the Lesson C tasks are towards the end, and you're going to need most of these crafting supplies for the first project, but you can certainly use hands-on things that you have available to you so that students can craft and build with them. Now the main activity in Lesson A is this design thinking unplugged activity in the Educator guide. Now you'll start by explaining the 5 steps of the design thinking process, and then students will work in pairs to practice those steps by interviewing each other about their ideal pet. And then students will brainstorm possible ideas and draw simple stick figure or diagram prototypes of their partner's ideal pet. Now, they aren't limited to real animals, creating imaginary pet mashups to meet their partner's ideal pet specifications. That's the whole idea. Now, in Lesson B, your students get hands-on with MakeCode and the microbit. So it's going to be important to discuss your established equipment safety procedures in this lesson. Now, the content is in the Educator guide, and you're going to demonstrate how to upload a program to MakeCode, give a tour of MakeCode, show them how to name, save, and publish a MakeCode project, and make sure they know how to download a project to the microbit. All of these activities were part of your practice in the Preparing to Teach section of the course overview guide. Now, Lesson C is the MicroPet project, and that's all those details are in the Educator guide. So students, at this point, they're going to review their interview notes and their prototype diagrams from Lesson A, and then they're going to continue the design thinking process so that they can build a MicroPet that meets their partner's needs and supports the microbit and its battery pack so that it can easily be turned on and off. Now, you'll want to be sure to remind your students about the equipment safety procedures so that they can continue to use it after the project. So, some example images to spark their imagination. You can either provide before they do it, or you can let their imagination run wild and have them come up with their own creations without being influenced by seeing other pictures. It's up to you. And there are also lots of optional mod ideas that can add more challenge. So this is a really fun unit. Thanks for watching, and have a great time kicking off this first unit of this curriculum.